Yo, check. You like that? You like how I flashbang your ears? Because when I sat here, started it up, and was like, let me hit this mobile game thing really quick. And I was like vibing to the music, just hitting the mobile game thing, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'll start. I'll hit the set, you know. I realized the music was not on. So this song is a vibe. And I don't know what happened, but I literally, like, this song came into my head like out of nowhere, and it's just living rent free there now. So it's gonna be on repeat all day. No, I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be on repeat all day. Come on. We got other Sonic songs to listen to today. Ugh, shite. I gotta blow my nose. Come on. Okay. I don't know what it is, but when I sit here after doing stuff, you know, in the morning, I suddenly get like some massive like problems with my lungs and my nostrils. They get all whack. Anyway, don't worry about it. We are going to model Sonic characters. We've already done like a handful of them. I guess what we can talk about a little bit before we get started, for people who want like a small update where we at. Obviously still modeling characters, but I think we've hit our stride on how we're going to model this stuff. You know, we're doing a base mesh. We figured out a very streamlined method to do it, so that way it's quick and fast. We knock them out of the park really quick. And then we have a very streamlined retopology method that we'll be using from here on out. Basically, like I said, I think we've just hit our stride on this. And, you know, for me, I feel like this is just really, it's a lot easier now than it was before when we were, doing sculpting, which I think was the biggest problem. But now we're doing a kind of a simpler mesh, and then the retopology is understood what's needed of us. So yeah, it's so far feeling really good. Like I said, we knocked a lot of them out. Let me take a look really quick. We knocked Sonic. Sonic is pretty much done. He's been retopologized, whatever you want to fucking say. He needs a texture pass. We need to do all that, the UV unwrap and all that. That's like another process and workflow that I want to also do research for, and how I can do that optimally. It's always the thing with me, is optimizations. So we'll get that, and plus I'm still working out how I want the eyes to work, how I want that process to go. I've already looked up a couple of kind of like tutorials, you know, but you know, it's a whole thing. What the hell happened here? My title and everything went all wacko. Hold on. I liked my title, bring it back. The title was funny. There you go. Okay. But yeah, like, anyway, Sonic, Shadow, Knuckles, Tails, Eggman, Amy, and now SBO are all pretty much ready to go for retopo. Like I said, except for Sonic. We still need to mesh Silver, Rouge, Vector, Omega, Cream, and Charmy. And you know what? I forgot to add. I need one more. I need to do sticks as well. Yeah, so that's your kind of quote-unquote launch character list. You're gonna have Sonic, Shadow, Knuckles, Tails, Eggman, Amy, SBO, Silver, Rouge, Vector, Omega, Cream, Charmy, and Sticks. Sticks kind of a random character, I know, but it's not without reason. So yeah, we're gonna be working on continuing the mesh stuff today. We're gonna work on SBO. He's pretty much done with his mesh, but I want to do his weapons now. I want to get props done for him. So he's gonna have the kunai and the shuriken. Ugh. I did think like, oh, he's a ninja. He should have the fucking a sword. And I was like, yeah, but I don't think so. A sword would be cool, but it would bloat the kit a bit, I think. And it's not in character for him. I don't think I've ever seen him use a sword either, so. He's not really a samurai, he's a ninja. He's very, like, low-key. So. Bro wouldn't pull a blicky. in a fight. So. But yeah. I'm gonna do some weapons. I'm gonna do a quick pass and check, make sure he looks good. But this is how we're gonna be doing the meshing process from now on. We basically grab the original model and we do a general mesh over it, get the general vibe of it, and then when we hit the retopology, we try to get a more how would I say it? Like, we try to add the details in the retopology. At the end of the day, these aren't models that are going to be used for, like, animation. They're going to be used in fights that are really fast-paced, and, like, you're not going to really be able to notice, oh, look at the crease. It doesn't crease right. You're not going to notice that. You want to look at him and just know it's SBO based on the way he looks. So that's also why I was doing models in the beginning. We were sculpting and we were like, oh, let's do it like this because I want this style. I want him to be taller. I want him to look a little like, I guess, Sonic 06 model style. Taller, lengthier, just kind of older. Then I thought, yeah, well, I mean, I mean, first of all, I can't get all the models to look like that, and then second of all, I mean, when you look at, you want at a glance to just know who it is. And I think if you do it like this, where you just grab the fucking OG model, and then you mesh over it, you can at a glance, without having textures or anything, just know that. Yeah, that looks like Espio. So that's like, that's why I was like, okay, fuck the 06 shit, fuck the kind of egotistical, like I want things to look a certain way. Just do Sonic. Just do Sonic. Get Sonic in the game. Get his friends in the game. Don't worry about all that bullshit. Sorry, this song is like tripping me out. So, anyway, we are going to do a kunai, right? That's what they call it. That's what the kids call it these days. Kids call it a kunai. It's funny, I went and rewatched one of my streams, and I was like, why the fuck is the music so loud? Bro, turn down the music. The fuck? We don't need it to be super detailed. Just needs to look like a fucking circle. You know what we could do? Don't do this. Classic. You know what? Let me get like a reference picture of a kunai. Do you know what a kunai looks like? Yeah, there you go. Kind of lengthy. Hey. Yeah, kind of lengthy. There we go. Yeah, it's just kind of like a basic kunai. Not looking to change the world. It's none of my business. So like something maybe about right there. This should probably be a little bit smaller. Than lankier. Or something like that. Here we go. I have an idea. This. I've been learning a lot of techniques. I've been feeling really good about it too. So, boom, boom. Something like that. Hit him with this. Actually, wait. I might be able to do it all from here. Wait a minute. Yeah, actually, this might work. No. Extendo first. Okay. Extendo. Oops. Alright, and there you go. Little eye. See as small as we can. And then this. Yeah, it looks solid. Just feel like this might be a bit too big or something. Although, or it just needs like more like, yeah, something like that. Needs more love. Thicker. Or something like that. I mean, it feels like this part of the kunai needs to be actually circular. I mean, maybe it's a stylistic thing. Let's see. Can I get a justification for my design? Give me a justification right now. Give me a picture that says, "Oh yeah, oh there it is." Yeah, sometimes it's flat. Sometimes it's not circular. Okay, justified. Stylization. Thanks. Cool. Okay. This convert to mesh. Kunai hole. Core. Weapon props. Kunai. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Small. It's not like that. A little tiny, maybe a little bigger. Just. Size looks a little off. What are we doing? Let's see. Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is. It needs to be just like a little thicker here. looks okay. Passable, I think. Let's merge. Straight up. Merge the bitch. And then set origin. Or no. Move. Move. Oops. Oh, where's the move? Oh yeah, just over here. Just do that. Then we need to do a shuriken. Yeah, that's how you spell it, right? Sure you can. Yeah, that's how you spell it. You can. Okay. What does SBO use? What do they usually stylize his shit to? It's the 4-corner star. It's easier for me. Yeah, show me the 4-corner star. Okay, it's basically the tip of the fucking... tip of the kunai. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, do this actually. Duplicate that out. Just do shuriken. Say fuck you. Don't really need the reference. Okay, so now what we're going to do is delete all this junk. Boom, boom. And then just fill this in, because who cares? No one's going to look at this anyway. Yeah. So, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's 3D. Where's the 3D thing? 3D cursor. Move it up on the Z. And set origin to 3D cursor. This back down. Make it a bit smaller. Make it a bit thinner. Okay. Okay, so what we need now is the fucking circle back. That's so funny. Okay. So, once again, whoops. Make it a bit thick, huh? Okay, hold on. 0.05, 0.049. I know where we want 0.048. 0.0489. Fuck. 0.0479. Oh my. Oh, you know what? Great idea right now. Yep, this is a great idea. So what? Rotate Y 90? Yeah. Just pull that. There you go. Got yourself a shuriken, young man. Sure you can. Probably pull this out a little bit. Okay. Make the edges look all cool. There you go. And then oops, just push that out a bit. Lower this. Make it bigger. There you go. Sure you can. Save. Okay, this is Shuriken Spike 1. Shuriken Spike 2. This is the Shuriken Core. And we've got the Shuriken. Kunai and the Shuriken. Get a look at this real quick. Yeah, good size. Works. Visible projectile type shit, you know. So, Kunai done. Shuriken done. We're gaming. SBO ready to be meshed. Everything's ready to be meshed or retopoed. And SBO's cooked. Okay. Next. Silver. Look at him. I'm reusing this hand that I did because, I mean, they all have the same hand. Fuck it. Anything to save on time is a massive dub. Okay, we'll fix that later. So, let's get started. His head is a little wacko mode. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, this is how we do it, folks. This is how the magic is made. Just throw some subdivisions. Probably one right there too. This is how the sausage is made.
Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail. Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the worst left. Born on an island in the heavens. The blood of my ancestors flows inside me. My duty is to save the flower from evil deterioration. Yeah. I will be the one to set your heart free true. Cleanse yourself with them evil spirits that's in you. Streaking lights, loud sounds, and instincts are the elements that keep me going. I am fighting my own mission. Nothing's gonna stand in my way. No, no. I will be the one to set your heart free true. Cleanse yourself with them evil spirits that's in you. Won't be fighting now. Stand up to all the pain and turmoil. Just believe in myself. Won't rely on others. Take this power to wipe out the havoc and anarchy. This is my planet. Gonna fight for my destiny. Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them.
Okay.
Tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail. Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the worst left. I have no such things as weak spots. Don't approve of him, but gotta trust him. This alliance
There you go.
has a purpose. This partnership is only temporary.
Head core created. Head core.
Cleanse yourself with evil spirits that
There. Okay. So now we want to do the muzzle. It's usually what I like to do next. Go straight to the muzzle. Okay.
Stand up to all the pain and turmoil. Just believe in myself, won't rely on others. I get this power to wipe out the havoc and anarchy. This is my planet, gonna fight. I won't be frightened, I'll stand up to all the pain and turmoil. Just believe in myself, won't rely on others. Freedom will be waiting when serenity is restored. This is my planet, I shall not surrender. Yeah! Shall not surrender, no. Yeah! Woo! The new porcupine on the block with the buff chest. Out the wilderness with the ruggedness. Knock, knock is Knuckles. The blow thrower, independent flower, magical emerald holder. Give you the colder shoulder. My spike goes through boulders. That's why I stay alone. I was born by myself. I don't need a posse. I get it on by myself. Adversaries get shelved. Right on.
Looking good. Looking good. God dang. Go. Clean. Very clean. Look at that. Fucking clean as fuck. Head, muzzle, done. That's what I'm talking about, how it's a much more streamlined process than if I were to sculpt this shit. This is just super quick, clean, and also makes for some really easy retopology and like connecting all the pieces. Plus, bro, saving this project versus saving a high poly project, forget about it. I had projects where it was like 3 million plus tries on a fucking sculpt that it was gonna be retopologized anyway, and I'm sitting there like, the fuck am I doing? It takes like 10 minutes to save because it's 3 million tries. Takes forever to load because it's 3 million tries. So it just didn't make any sense, man. Nothing. It wasn't making any sense, man. Hold on. Take a look at this. Yeah, he's got like. Let's smack it. Smack. This. Smack. Something like. Yeah, something like that. I could see the crease on his fucking head. Yeah, the thing about the creases here is it comes down to I need to see them, and I'll be able to add like a single mesh to outline the crease, so that way when I do a retopo pass, I'll be like, okay, well that's where the crease is, that's where I know I need to add, you know, the detail for the topology. That's why you'll see models where it's like, it's basically a head and like a whole nother mesh for the eyebrow or the brow. It's so that way I understand when I hit the topology, because I'm not using this model for topology, I'll be using this. I could just use this and topologize, but I need to be able to get rid of the body and the shoes and just focus on the head. I need to be able to think about how I want to connect the arms to the body and the legs. But yeah, this stuff is used for notes for sure. This hair, you know, the fur. It's definitely going to be under consideration. There's a whole process that still needs to be done with stuff like that, but anyway, back to work here. Let's see if we yeah, something like that. Okay. Muzzle done. Muzzle tov. Do the nose real quick. Molotov. Boom. It's a nose, if I've ever seen one. Yep. Sure is. Head. Son of a bitch. Okay. Now we want to do this hair thing that he's got going on. Should be interesting. I'll do this. Fuck. I think. I could probably just do this really quick. There we go. Still need to do the ears too. The ears. SBO, bless him, he's got no ears. What's up next? Sure. Okay. Yeah, SBO. SBO's done. So we're working on silver right now. Which I think is going to be really interesting. Cut this bitch in half. Okay, yeah, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Delete. Mirror. Set to core. There we go. Okay, yeah, something like this. And what we can do is we can just layer it over the head. Something like that, yeah. Okay.
Come on, run away. You don't have to stay. We're nearly out of time, but you're doing fine. So stay on track and don't look back. Just feel the pace.
It looks good.
Come on now,
Uh,
everybody supersonic
this piece.
Try to keep your feet right on the ground. When you're supersonic racing, there's no time to look around. We're just supersonic racing, running to the point of no return. Everybody supersonic racing. Come on, let the fire burn. Everybody,
Yep.
everybody.
Looks pretty good, pretty decent. Let me just see if I can get in here and just examine. I think it's gonna work fine. Let's see.
Don't you know we really have to go to a place where you can feel my heart just race. Everybody supersonic racing. Try to keep your feet right on the ground. When you're supersonic racing, there's no time to look around.
Okay. Okay. Looks good. Little crease here doesn't matter. It's gonna be retopologized. So. It'll look better once we hit the retopo. Now what matters is getting these cool little feathers on his fucking head looking good. Let's see what we can do with that. Shouldn't be too hard. Head, brow, core. Drawing up. Okay, some surface. Let's get to work. So it's kind of, what would you call it? Tapering. So I need that. The rest it's kind of tapers. So yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Here's the deal. Probably just need like one of those. Maybe one more, yeah. Okay. This needs to go here. Yeah. Because it creases up. Yeah, we'll make it a little longer. I don't really give a shit. Okay. A little too much curve up there. Fix that. Something like that, though. There you go. Okay. What we're gonna do? Bring it over. See. Yeah, awesome. Fuck it, that looks great. What the fuck? What the fuck? I like how it's a little more stylized than that original design here. But for this one, I think we can work something out here. bit. We could probably adjust that. Let's see. Yeah. Looks better. Feels off a little bit. It's because there's no ears. Let's thicken this a bit really quick. Something like that, yeah. It looks good. Man, something's off about it though. I don't know what it is. Hold on. Here, one, here, two. No, it looks fine. Oh, you know what? I see it. I see it. Hold on, it's right here. This is a little too thick. Yeah, there you go. I think that's a little better. And maybe pull this over. No. Just maybe pull that up. Yeah, pull that up a bit. There you go. Yeah, that's what it was. Just a little too thick there. It's cool because it's a little bit stylized, but not too much. Like, just very delicate, very subtle. Favorite Sonic song? Yeah, it's mine too. It's very reminiscent of like Sonic R. I feel like that's why it's such a banger. It's basically, it's very Sonic R coded, which is like a massive dub. Been waiting for like some Sonic R style songs, and then Sonic Frontiers. There's a lot of Sonic R coded songs on that album, Sonic Frontiers. So. You want the goods. You go fucking listen to that album. There's a lot of goodies. Okay, let's do my least favorite part of any Sonic character, which is the fucking ears. The ears are fucked. But I have created a system on how I do ears now. I just pull out a fucking cone. Excuse me. We pull out a fucking cone. Give it four corners. And then we just say, fuck it, bro. Fuck it. Let's see. It's kind of curving that way, so... And then we can adjust everything as we go. Like we can adjust vertices. Josh, we got a 40-minute Nginx video to watch tonight. Okay, that sounds good to me. I want to play Arc Raiders tonight, by the way. So apply the lotion. Apply the lotion. Cause we gonna be fucking tonight. And we also got more Orville to watch, so you better be ready for that. Oops. There we go. Something like that. Okay, so what we do now is we get rid of all this junk. And try to... You know, this part is easier when it's not fucking like this. Yeah, that should do, honestly. You know what? That was good. Yep, that's good. Okay. Apply this bullshit. Then curve that bitch up. Curve that bitch up. And then wait on that. What we want to do right now is organize the vertices and everything to look right here. Bit of a process, but it's worth it. Bruh. Something like that. There we go. Okay. So now this. I don't know how this got fucked up, but I guess I gotta fix it. Yeah, looking okay. Not terrible. Not terrible. Fucking hate ears, man. Let's take a look. It still says SBO core. This should say silver core. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not terrible. Not, you know, not blowing loads over this, but looking good. Yeah, it looks off because the hair is super thick right here. Maybe we could fix that. Fix that. Bro says it looks perfect. That's crazy. This is a perfect excuse actually to tighten this up. But tightened up. This is doing this and cleaning this up is mainly for the rig. If vertices are touching when you hit the rig process, it gets a little messy. So you're gonna want to clean up that shit as much as possible. Ugh. 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 You would just give positive encouragement. Oh yes, that's what I need. That's what I need. I need it daily. Daily. I like this song, but I need something. I need something crazy right now. There you go. Here you go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. This is the shit I'm talking about. This is the music. I'm gonna fuck my wife too. Perfect. Yeah, go back. Yeah, keep it clean. Looks fine. Does the job. That's all we want. Okay. Save. The boys coming along. Okay. Gotta do these long quills on the back. Actually, yeah, we don't do that. Oops. Okay. Let's do it. Tighten this up. Tighten that up. Tighten that up. Tighten that up. So- Looking good. A little bit extended over there, so let's fix that. A little bit extended over here. Go. These two down a bit. Let's play with. Extended. And there you go. Hold on. Looks a little wonky here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah. See, it's a little weird there. Let's see. I think it's because of this. A little too there. Maybe even a bit of this as well. This just doesn't look clean enough. Better. That side's a little thick, so clean that up. Looks better. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It looks a little cleaner. Actually, keep that in. Yeah, I like this. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Head is done. We got Silver's head in the bag. This is hair like 5, I think. Right? It's hair 4. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Okay, now we do the body. I gotta think about the hair. I feel like all I'd have to do is create a small texture with like actual drawing of hair, but draw it with like a brush that has like that style of like a hair follicle. Like a brush that like an actual paintbrush type brush, and very lightly using the bristles to create like hair, like just a one streak of hair, maybe 3 variations of a streak of white hair, you know, and then do the planes like this and try to just apply that that texture. I think that is probably what could work here. One thing I want to see though on this model is if they um, yeah, okay, so it looks like they did a general mesh of what the hair positioning is going to be, which is what I think this is. Let me get into the body maybe a bit. Yeah. So it looks like they did a general positioning of where the hair is going to be on the body. It created like a small mesh. And then they layered on top of that mesh the planes. How big is this? This is only 12k tries. Really good. Yeah, the head is usually where a majority of the tries are gonna be, because the eyes and the mouth, you know, things that need to bend a lot. Yeah, okay. Body. Oops. Okay. 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 I like this song, but I just need something. This is why I like my chaos, or not my, I keep name dropping it, it's crazy. It's why I like my, Quake Champions playlist. But it also has a lot of DMCA songs. You know what? Let me just. I'm gonna do that one, because I need like. I need some like. Just fucking epic tracks that make you wanna fucking coom. There you go. This shit was really loud on the stream when I rewatched it, so I'm gonna try to make sure that it doesn't blasto the fucking speakers. Maybe loud for me, quiet for you kind of deal. There we go. Maybe about right there. Okay. Yeah, fucking. Fucking. X. Sweet. Right below that, yeah. Perfect. Wow. Right at the fucking gate. Looking good. Although, how does the back look? Yeah, hold on. Not yet, not yet. Bro arches his back. It's crazy. The fuck? What the fuck was that? Wait a minute. Okay, that was weird. It like totally cut off, but it came back like perfectly. That was weird. Yes. I'm like so hyped for this game, man. You know what? We're working on silver. I should probably start putting together his kit. It's funny. I had this whole concept for his kit already kind of thought out long time ago, but I still haven't, you know, sat down and typed out some like actual ideas. Because like kit design has undergone such a change since we first started, so you know, philosophical design really. So it'll be interesting. I know I want him to be a tank. I want him to be a shield tank. But I know that people are going to want to like use the telekinesis stuff. So I have to think of like how do I want to do that? Ugh. Oh fuck. I mean, there's a way. I think I said something like he could be like Magneto. Where his basic attack is just projectiles, he just throws like objects. Fuck, that hair is in the way, bro. There we go. Cool premise, but I think we could do better. When we're talking about game within a game, you know, exceptional tech, we could do better. Just Magneto? No. You see, that's where you're wrong. See, that's where you're all wrong. I'm gonna do something with him, and we're gonna use a lot of the telekinesis stuff. He's gonna be a very I want to say support tank, because when I read the comics of how he's being characterized recently, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who's very like, I'm about to throw hands. He seems very support focused, support coded, but bro is built like a fucking tank when you really look at his kit and his powers. So That's why it's like, okay, we can. He's not going to be a healer, that's for sure, but his abilities are going to be all about, you know, making sure the team can do their job even better, more efficiently, protecting them, protecting the team. So, want to see where I go with that. I definitely like the idea that he uses kind of a telekinesis shield or something. But we'll have to see what I can cook up. Fuck. Ah, man. What can we do with him? That isn't just like throw up a shield and whatever kind of character. I gotta care about this now. Hold on. Getting down into the shoes, so I'm gonna have to do this really quick. There we go. Okay. The reason we don't connect this is because when we hit topology, it'll be easier to connect it in the topology phase. As opposed to this, which would just be... Actually, you know what? It's actually... I was going to say, because usually this with the Sonic characters, they actually are built into the body. Like Sonic's arm is a completely separate mesh because it's like inside of his body. It doesn't necessarily connect, although you could connect it. But for like just make it easier, you just make the arm its own mesh and shove it into the body. But because Silver is like, his arm is silver, just like his body, you might as well connect the mesh all into one mesh, so that's why we pull it out a little bit, so that way it's easier when we hit topology phase. But oh man, I'm trying to think of what I want to do with Silver. This kit, so, you know, tank support, cover, lots of telekinesis stuff, cool telekinesis stuff. I gotta think about it. You know what I do when I come up with these kits? I go take a shower. Or I take a shit. And I just sit there and think about it for a while. A little too much info, but you know, that's just, I want to let you in on the creative process while you watch these streams, right? You want to know how the sausage is made. Well, there you go. But yeah, I mean, you just, because I have a whole Google Doc full of stuff. Hey Nix, thanks man. Thanks, baby girl. Appreciate it, man. I get the coveted Nyx the Clown Prime sub. That's crazy. Bro could literally go to anyone, and he comes to this shitty stream to hit me with the Prime sub is wild. Thankful. How do you hit a boolean? Oh, there you go. Okay, hold on. In that case. Where's this on the X? I don't have an X for this on the X. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Do another one. Add another boolean. Like that, and then make it small. There you go. That's how you do it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I got his little glovies, although it's a little messy. See if we can figure that out. Bro's sitting on the thinking chair. Yeah, well, it's true. I do some of my best idea work on that fucking thinking chair, bro. I write the lore on that thinking chair. It's a little awkward looking, but I mean, it gets the job done. That's all that matters, right? Handcuff. It gets the job done. That's all we care about. Damn. Nick supports the game dev journey. Thanks, buddy. Ugh. Yeah, all donos and subs go towards my drinking habit. So that I can come up with great ideas. No. No, they don't. I'm just kidding. But thank you. Yes. I'm not allowed to say that by subbing or donating, you know, you can support me doing this, but what I can say is that you'll help me get dinner and lunch, which is still massive poggers. Right, I need this one. There we go. Oh yeah, dude, some cheese. Look, yeah. I could go for some cheese right now. Although, no, I can't. I had pizza last night, man. It was wild. Almost killed me. It was that good. Type of pizza that fucking kills you. Type of pizza that almost kills you. This one looks better than the other one I did. The fuck? Why is that? Oh, they both kind of look the same. So, hands are done, body's done, arms are done. We're on to shoe sock. To shoe. So he's got kind of a two shoe thing going on here, right? One piece, two piece, three piece. And then a cute little thing here. Silver hero kit. Let's think for a second. Give me a song that's gonna trigger me. Come on. Okay. Stamina bar. limited shield capacity. Can you imagine? You can only use your telekinesis for so long before he passes out because it puts strain on his brain. You will play it and you will like it. Silver. Telekinesis. Stuns him for 20 seconds. Stuns him for the rest of the match. What are you talking about? 20 seconds is... That's too casual. Gotta hit him with the whole match penalty. You have to actually switch off the character if you want to keep playing. This game was created by a pro player. That's crazy. Imagine. Imagine, if you will, a world where your favorite game is curated by pro players. Oh yeah, you know what? I remember how I'm supposed to do this. I did this with Amy. Let's not do that just yet. Something like that, yeah. And then now we can start adding this stuff. Maybe another one so we can get that curvature. When he faints, it crashes the game. It crashes your game, yeah. UDC. You know what, next? These are great ideas. You're hired. Take a 5 and actually think for a second. So, silver has telekinesis. That's point 1. My problem is I have to think of, like, because for Vector we gave him the Chaos Rings. Because Vector, yeah, he's cool, he's strong, sure. We could do some fun stuff with him, but as a kid, he's not. He doesn't have much to work with. So that's why it's like I have to think: do I want to add anything to Silver? Because the telekinesis is one thing, right? But could we potentially give him something else? Is there anything else in his kit that we could do, right? I don't think so. He really just has the telekinesis. But it's like, if I could do something with the lore, right? Give him something that we could amplify him a little bit, just enough to give him a little extra kick. You know, but at the end of the day, the telekinesis actually is fine. Maybe he can grab people and like carry them around, you know? Like, he can minimize people's games. It's crazy. Come up with the most dog shit fucking abilities. Minimize people's games, crash their games. That should be a card in one of Amy's TheRat pulled. That'd be hilarious. Crash the whole lobby. Oh no. But yeah, I'm thinking like abilities like for Silver, he can grab somebody and like hold them for maybe 5 seconds. But while they're grabbed, he can choose to do something with them. He can choose to toss them. So that would make for great plays where you grab someone near the edge of a map and you just turn to the side and throw them off the edge. That would be fun. And then the other option could be, you know what? Okay, I actually kind of have an idea now. An ability where like it's all telekinesis based, but it needs to be like unique abilities focused on the telekinesis. So his main attack is going to be, I wanna say, oh man, throw, grab, shield, bonk. Well, because I'm trying to think. If he grabs someone, right? You know how I like to do the thing in the kit design where it's like you hit the ability button and now you enter a cast phase and now you choose primary attack or secondary attack, so left click or right click to do something, right? I imagine if you grab someone, left click will throw them, and then right click you can like crush them and just do flat damage, right? So you could throw them and yeah, they'll take damage if they hit something like another player or a wall, but you could also crush them with your telekinesis powers and do like a giant chunk of damage on them. So like maybe percentage based, how much health they have, or a flat damage. And if the person you're grabbing has like less than 10% health, you just kill them instantly when you do the crush. So that would be cool. I like that design because it's like we can have an ability do 2 different things, or like a couple of different things. So that's one ability. Obviously, the shield. We want the like the tank that can push with the shield up kind of deal. His primary attack. I'm trying to think about the primary attack. Do I want it to be like Magneto, where he just kind of throws, you know, he materializes projectiles and throws them? Or do we want it to be something else? I mean, I like the idea of just kind of materializing projectiles, but I also like the idea that maybe he doesn't materialize them and we can stylize it to where he's actually picking up boulders or rocks that are around him. So it can visually look like he's pulling them out of the ground. And when he throws them, that's kind of like his ammo count. You can visually see how many projectiles he has in the chamber. And when he runs out of ammo, the reload animation is him pulling more kind of rocks or boulders out of the ground. You know? So that would be cool. And you know what? That would actually be great. You know what would be great? Okay, that's the primary attack. The primary attack is that, what I just described, except instead of they're going to be those rocks are going to be following him. Okay, I think I've got it. I've got it. Hold on, I've got a great idea. Damn, dude, how does this work? How do I do this? Okay, so you as Silver are going to have like these rocks that surround you. They're going to represent your ammo count for your primary attack, but they can also be used for other things, right? And they're going to kind of circle around you because Silver is kind of like holding them in his telekinesis, right? That's your ammo count, and that'll be like, let's just say mana count, right? And you're going to want to reload your ammo count to max out your mana to do bigger things with some of the abilities. Like, one of the abilities could be that you push all of the rocks together to create a giant boulder and then throw it, and then you have to reload again, right? So stuff like that I think would be super cool and dynamic. You throw a bunch of primary attacks, now you've got like 3 little rocks flying around, and you're thinking, how do I want to use that? Yeah, no, I like this. I like this a lot. Let me write this down. I don't think I have Silver set up just yet. Let me check. Silver. Nope. But, okay, let's do it. Let me... Still got to work on Eggman, too, I think. So... Silver, the Hedgehog. Tank. He actually could become tank DPS too. With this new concept here. So tank. He's gonna be a tank, but we'll put support DPS. So he's gonna be like an all-rounder kind of deal. And the core gameplay. I hate this song. Hold on. Hate that song too. Give me something good. There you go. Core gameplay. Use the material world. No. Use your telekinesis to molest enemies. Oh no. No. Don't do that. Don't say that. It's terrible. Oh, fuck. Okay. It's hard to put this into words. Just give me a second. Use your telekinesis to create chaos, manipulate I don't want to put manipulate the world. Manipulate rocks. Manipulate the environment. I'm gonna put that. Oh, but that. No, that's not. Listen, there's this whole thing that we could do with the environment, but the problem is I need to get into the engine to test that tech. How is it going to be? Like, for example, in Marvel Rivals, you can destroy the environment, right? That's kind of what I want to do. Difference being, though, I don't want to rebuild the environment. If you destroy the environment, that's it. The environment's destroyed. Until you play the match again. You know, then the environment will be fixed. But like, I don't want the environment to repair itself after it's been destroyed. With that being said, though, it would be cool as Silver to destroy the environment. No. Destroy the environment and like use that as like okay, hold on. Manipulate. Use your telekinesis to create chaos. Use your telekinesis to create chaos. Manipulate the environment to utilize the environment to cast attacks and manage your resources to deal to use abilities. I'll just leave it like that because I'm having this idea. It's like this vision, man, where because I want there to be a way for him to catch enemy projectiles, right, and use them to his advantage. Just like in Sonic 06 where rockets would come at him, bullets would come at him, and he could stop them, right, with his telekinesis. But there's this thing where I don't want it to be you have to stop them and then use them right then and there. I want them to convert to like a special ammo type that he has. So now he's got like 2 different types of ammo. He's got the ammo that he just pulls kind of, I will call it normal ammo that he can pull out of the ground, and they're like rocks and boulders that he can combine for abilities and stuff. Then he's got ammo that he grabs from the enemies that are shooting him, and those can be like special ammo types that he can use, I don't know, more like higher damage abilities on, right? So you're incentivized as Silver to protect your team and get in the way to capture things like enemy projectiles and stuff, push back the enemy, grab someone and throw them off the map. You're incentivized to play defensively for your team. See, I like that idea. I really like that idea. Because we're oh my god. Okay, hold on. I gotta write this down. I gotta write that down specifically. Okay, 2 ammo types. Basic ammo. Rocks. Boulders. Basic ability casts. Using ammo to account for the intensity of the ability. Basic ammo will be visually represented by the amount of rocks floating around silver. And then this is a great idea. I'm sorry, but this is going to be so cool. Special ammo. Enemy projectiles, rockets, bullets, any projectile really he can capture. So if they throw a shuriken, if they throw a chaos spear, rockets, bullets, grenades, stuff like that. He can't obviously capture energy beams, but maybe that's another thing we can think about as like a third ammo type. Okay, bruh. Bruh. Stay with me on this, okay? Special ammo. Enemy projectiles, rockets, bullets, any projectile that has airtime. Special ability casts using up ammo. Okay, special ability. Hold on, I need to read it. Basic ability casts using ammo to account for the intensity of the ability. Let me rewrite that. A basic ability casts, comma. Basic ability. I need a semicolon here. Hold on. Okay, basic ability casts can invest more ammo to increase intensity of the ability. Boom. Basic ammo will be visually represented by the amount of rocks, etc. floating around silver. Special ammo. Enemy projectiles, rockets, bullets, any projectile that has airtime. Semicolon. Fuck. The way this is structured, it needs to be like this. Special ability casts can invest more ammo to increase intensity. Intensity of the ability. And then I need to put increased damage or effect, etc. And I need to put that back over here at the basic ability. Okay. Special ammo will also be visually represented by I don't want to put too much investment in time into like the exact bullet he captures is going to be floating around you, but maybe we can have like a small representation of like bullets and rockets and things floating around him, and depending on how much you have, that will determine how much of it is floating around you. So kind of like a general representation, so you know visually that that represents your special ammo. Orbs. Telekinetic orbs of bullets, rockets, grenades, etc. floating around silver. Now get this. Get this. Basic ammo, special ammo. There's one more I want to create. Okay, and this is what I think is going to cap off this kit to be awesome. Okay, stick with me while I think about this. Okay, think about the name, because I was thinking, right? I was thinking, oh, but he can't capture energy beams, and then I thought, well, why not? Why not something where maybe it's not about the energy beam specifically? because maybe there's something about him blocking melee attacks too that charges him. The more that he blocks, the more that he plays defensively, the stronger he'll hit offensively. You see where I'm going with this? Okay? You see where I'm going with this? You basically want to capture projectiles, protect your team, block punches and energy attacks, and then use the energy and ammo you've collected to make massive pushes, right? You're gonna enter a flow state of letting the enemy just fucking blow their load, and then you take their load and blow it back in their face. You blow it back in their face. Oh my god. Okay, that sounds so much fun. Hold on. Scheisse. Come on. Let's just call it kinetic energy. Yes. Kinetic energy. Okay. Whenever Silver blocks melee attacks, energy beams, etc., it will charge his kinetic energy meter. Let's see. Using any ability, attacking with melee attacks, etc., will consume the kinetic energy bar. Keep it consistent. Kinetic energy meter. Whenever Silver blocks melee attacks, energy beams, etc., so stuff that's not projectile, but stuff that can still hit you. Okay, usually you're going to want to use your shield or like some type of protective orb, dome or whatever to take damage and convert it to kinetic energy. It will charge your meter, and then using any ability, attacking with melee attacks. So that means, okay, bro, that means he's not going to do the generic Magneto, you know, I'm throwing rocks, okay? Those are going to be he's going to be a melee attack kind of character, but it's probably going to be like a short range attack using his telekinesis to like push people, deal damage type stuff, right? So that's part of the kinetic energy stuff that he can use. The rocks and the bullets are his like ability kit, right? Throwing rocks or using them as like projectiles are part of his ability kit. And like swapping ammo is like swapping whole sets of abilities that you have, right? So if you're going to use basic ammo, you're going to have a certain set of abilities, and you just have to reload all the time to use them. And what we're going to do, because the kit's going to get kind of bloated, right? What we're going to do is keep it in a like kind of like a mage situation, right? Left click is the melee attacks. Right click is your shield. We're going to have an ability that creates a small like shield dome. And what's going to happen is you're going to lose like... We're going to either have you place the dome or we're going to have you cast it onto a player. Either or, I want that dome to be involved somehow as part of the kit. Anyway, besides the point, the next ability is going to put you in a cast phase, and you're going to either, you're going to do something with those basic ammo types. You're going to have two different casts once you enter the cast phase, right? Your primary or your secondary, and it'll do two different things, right? And then your third ability is the same thing. You're going to have your basic ammo types that you're going to want to be able to enter a cast phase. So at that point, you basically have 2, 4, 5. You have 5 abilities, different abilities on 3 keys, right? One key would be like the shield dome. One key gives you 2 different casting options, and another key gives you another 2 different casting options. And then there's going to be a key that lets you swap your ammo type. Once you get the special ammo type, you can swap. And now you have another set of 5 fucking different abilities. Although what we could do is say, we'll just give you another set of 4. Right? Because all we're swapping is the ammo types. You get to keep your shield and your dome placement, so that way that's consistent. But we're just going to swap the 4 cast abilities out for a new set of cast abilities with special ammo. And then across the board, everything you cast is going to be affected by your kinetic energy bar, your kinetic energy meter, right? This is crazy. I love this. Using any ability, attacking with melee attacks, etc. will consume the kinetic energy meter, increasing damage output. I mean, on top of the fact that he'll be able to float and like have like a small flight ability, whatever, right? I'm talking straight kit, you know. The mobility is a separate thing, right? The mobility is the separate thing that he'll have as well. This is actually, once again, massive pog of a fucking kit, bro. This is a massive pog of a fucking kit. We have another massive dub on our hands. Like, I can't, dude. It's so cool. I get so excited just thinking about it when I'm putting this shit together. Like, bro, it sounds cool. Bro cannot be stopped. I don't think I can. I don't think I can at this point, man. We have reached escape velocity, and I'm just zooming away at this point. But what's also great is, you know, this is stuff that in the engine I don't think is going to be too hard to code and to set up. That's what gets me, right? It's straightforward stuff. You're basically just giving him a gun, but bro, his whole fucking body is the gun. Like, he is the gun. 40 characters. I don't know about 40, but I definitely think the game could potentially be ready by next year. At this, you know what? You know what's funny? I said that last time, and I had to eat crow on that one. So I'm not even gonna comment on that, but yeah, I mean we're rolling. You know, I mean we got character kits going. I'm happy with the way the kits are looking. I'm happy with the general direction of the game right now. Like, I remember when I had the discussion with some community members, and they gave me a lot to think about with character kits and stuff, expectations. I really think these will, like, the kits that I'm working on now are gonna satisfy people like that, who have like certain expectations for a character based on the way the character should play in their head. You know, because like when you think about the whole premise of the game is you're playing with your favorite characters on like a sandbox. You're like a kid again, you know, playing with your toys. It's kind of the idea. Right, we just want you to have fun. And, you know, I think this new philosophy with the character kits definitely leans into that, which I think is the one thing I'm very proud of. Is I feel like I've reached a point where I understand exactly where the kits should be going. Bruh. Chill out. There we go. Don't comment. Let me hype you. No, I know. Silver railgun. That'd be crazy. Well, Omega. The current design I have for Omega, I gave him a railgun. Straight up gave him a railgun because fuck it. Let's let the boy have some fun. I don't know. I just don't know what happened though. I mean, it just all of a sudden I'm like, I'm getting it. Like this is how it needs to be. This is just how it needs to be. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. Okay. Looks good. Shoe core. Back to work though. The hype is over. It's a joke. Damn. I don't know what happened there. I think I'm able to press a key and like change the scene. That was weird. Luckily I don't have any like scenes where there's just a bunch of porn. That would have been a flashbang, huh? Anyway. Yes, back to work. Working on the dream. Yeah, we gotta do this. There we go. Actually, we probably didn't need to do that. Yeah, something like that would probably be enough. I'm also really hyped about the lore, man. I've been writing a lot of good stuff. A lot of fun stuff. But we won't get too into that. Despite my hype for it. A lot of the things I want to keep a surprise at the end of the day. We need this. There we go. That's what we need. There we go. Looks good. Shoe. Core 2. I don't know what the fuck I call this shit. We do the heel or the sole. This. We'll straighten out some of these bits, probably in the topology phase. We do need another layer. Okay. Here we go. All right. Well, we got Silver the Boy. Pretty much done, so. Um. Okay. Mirror. All right, there's your boy right there. And let's take a look really quick. Yeah, so all the detail on his hands and shit is looks like it's just a plane. It's all just art detail, so all that can be done. We hit the detail portion of it. Okay. How long have I been here? Long enough to go crazy. Oof. Does that say almost 3 hours on Blender? No way. Damn. We have been streaming for almost 3 hours, bro. We did silver. We did SBO's weapons. Let's do a quick look for people who watch this stream for updates and stuff. We'll do a quick look again. So Sonic, Shadow, Knuckles, Tails, Dr. Eggman, Amy, SBO Silver. Pretty much done with the mesh. Shadow, all these guys need to be retopoed. And we just need to mesh these 5 plus Sticks, so 6. Sticks is a weird pick, some might say, but all part of the storyline. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters meshed up, ready to go. With the first stage being done. So first stage is mesh. Second stage is retopology. Third stage, UV wrap. Fourth stage is textures and substance paint. And then the 5th stage is rig. And once they're all rigged up, we then jump into Unreal Engine using the default medium character that we created, and we start testing out kit design and kit development. And what we're going to do at that point is be like, okay, like we have this great idea for Silver, and we have all this stuff we want to do with him. At that point, we test all the ideas, try to plug in the kit, you know, get it to work the way we envision it. Once we know it works and it's functioning, we come back into Blender with the fully rigged character, and we basically just create the animations necessary to execute the visuals, right? Because when we have the kit ready and designed, we basically just throw the animations into Unreal, and then you know, plug and play kind of deal is what we're looking at. So yeah, plug and play. I'm tired. I don't think I'm tired enough to take a nap, but I'm just tired of blundering. Very, very tired of blundering. So I am going to go die, if you don't mind. We're on our way. It's November, right? Excuse me. Oh, fuck. Excuse me, goddamn. We're coming up on year 1 of the game, like development. We have a 4-year dev cycle as our kind of like, that's the maximum amount of time I'm going to be working on this is 4 years. At the rate we're going, we already had a demo up. Wasn't perfect, but it showed promise on what I can do for a project like this. I'd say we're making good time, because we've already figured out a lot of stuff. We've already established a lot of stuff for the project, and we've learned a lot from our mistakes in the first demo build, I think. The online stuff, I had to take a shit ton of notes for that. The core systems for Unreal, you know, the reason why things didn't really like function properly in Unreal for the demo build, had to figure that out. But that's the beauty of, I think, where we're at right now, is I think we've figured a lot of that out. We're hyper focused on Blender. We're hitting our stride now with the meshing process. And I think because we are now going to hyper focus on parts of the kit and parts of the build, you know, development is going to, I think, be easier, because with the demo build I was going back and forth between Blender and Unreal, and I wasn't really taking things in the way I needed to. The way I'm doing it now, we're hard focusing Blender, we're learning a lot, and we're applying a lot. Like I said, we hit our stride here after probably a couple weeks of trial and error and just trial by fire, really. And I think that's what's going to happen when we hit Unreal. Probably next year, I feel like we're going to hit Unreal. And it's just, I think we're going to hit our stride eventually, and it's just going to be like bing, bang, boom. You know, one of the first big ticket things that I need to work on is the online aspect of the project. It's going to be the top priority once we hit Unreal stuff. But the thing is once that's figured out, it's, in my opinion, it's all downhill, because designing stuff, that's fine. You know, I've already designed a health system in a previous build, damage system, all this stuff in the demo build, and yet, you know, the only thing I didn't have set up was online. And so if I can get the online set up and get all that organized, and I have a solution for connecting players together to actually play the game, it's like I said, it's going to literally be probably, I'm not going to say one of the easier things that I do, but plugging things together, working out variables, that's literally what I've spent, I'd say, majority of my time with, like, survival and Boticle. Like, that's pretty much what I did a lot of. Just a whole shit ton of experimentation with variables and shit, so that's easy for me. So, should be fun. I'm excited. What did I say we had left? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. I gotta add sticks in here somewhere, so super cool, super fun. I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll catch you guys later. Nix, thanks for the Prime sub, but thanks for hanging out, man. I love you. And I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.